Hi, I'm Sam. I'm an artist, graphic designer, and illustrator from Leicester, England. I like traveling, creating, cooking, going to the game, jumping in the water, and stuffing my face. In early 2023, I decided to put all my stuff into storage, sell my car, and go traveling, embracing life as a digital nomad, flying around the world and working remotely in other countries. So far, it's been a blast. I've been making memories, exploring different cultures, and embracing different ways of life. I've made a bunch of new friends, had a bunch of visitors from back home come out to stay with me, tried local cuisines, fell into tourist traps, and had way too much sunshine. Some of my favourite days since I've been away are the days where I've put the iPad in a bag, gone for a wander until I found somewhere to post up, enjoying the scenery and drawing something. So I want to bring you with me as I document my journey and try to adjust to life on the move, finding inspiration and living my dream of working and travelling, drawing and exploring. What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Drawing and Exploring with me, Sam Grubb. Today I'm in Mostar in Bosnia. I've been here for a couple of weeks. I'm moving on in a couple of days. And it's been a good couple of weeks, to be honest. I think I said in my last video, I've just been working since I got here. I was so backed up, had some visitors out in Podgorica in Montenegro, and got a bit behind with work. So I've just been catching up, doing what I need to do. But I'm still keen to get out and explore the city. The cool thing is, all these cities I've been to this summer, they're kind of small. So it's like you don't need a great amount of time to clock them. And I feel like definitely with Mostar, I've had 2 weeks here. And I feel like that's been enough. I feel like I've kind of seen the best things the city's got to offer. Any person I meet who I'm talking to about my travels and stuff, and I'm saying, you know, what do you recommend? What do you think I should go do? It's all kind of stuff that I've been to do. So the two guys that I rented the scooter off for the last episode, they were saying that all the fun stuff is in the surrounding areas. There's cool countryside and there's cool nature, wild swimming places. So to get to those waterfalls in the last episode was pretty cool, because I feel like, yeah, okay, I've seen the inside of the city and I've seen some of the surrounding areas. But yeah, I'm struck by it. It's a cool place. It's charming. It's obviously got the beautiful old town. There's a whole bunch of graffiti and street art. It seems like there's a real culture here. A couple of like abandoned buildings that are just absolutely full with full colour pieces. There's like long strips where you just see him painting after painting after painting. So that's enjoyable. But yeah, I want to get back out there. I'm thinking I've got a couple of bits of work I need to do. I want to have another explore. I want to go find some cool food today and see where the day leads me. So it's 36 degrees. It's pretty quiet, you know, it's chilling. It's about 2 p.m. So I'm going to head out and I'm going to see where the day takes us. That's the plan. Off into Mostar. All right, the scooter's parked off. Love those little scooters so much, man. I've been jumping on them. Taxis throughout the whole Balkans have proved to be a problem. I guess Albania had it best with the electric taxis that cost like €3 as standard. But those scooters are a godsend. The city is so small, you can just whiz round. It's going to cost you like €1. But yeah, made my way down to the old town. I spent a little bit of time in the old town, but just every time I've come down, I thought I would just stretch my legs or get an ice cream or whatever. It's just so busy. There's so many tourists there all the time. And like, especially the bridge, because that's the big photo opportunity. It's just crawling with people, which is fine. I guess it's all part and parcel of it. It's almost like going to the beach and moaning that it's busy. I too am at the beach, so I can't whinge. I'm just another tourist on the bridge. But yeah, into the old town. There's a few bars that kind of overlook the water on the side of the bridge that I've not really spent much time on. So I'm thinking I'm going to find my way there, try find a little scenic spot somewhere to just see the afternoon in. Like I said, it's about 2 p.m. now, so I need to get to work. But the old town's quaint, man. There's a few really nice mosques. You would have seen in the last Mostar episode, the mosque that I went to go see. And there's a bunch of old buildings that I guess have just been here for a long time. So that's exciting. But yeah, today's work, I'm working on a piece of work for Robin and Nick over at Kimber. So Kimber is a Japanese street food pop-up. They mainly do ramen, but they do other stuff. And when I'm back in Leicester, they've got a sando event. So sandos are the traditional kind of Japanese white bread sandwiches. So I'm excited. I spoke to Robin. We spoke about doing the poster, and he said, "Yeah, just enjoy it, do your thing." He said he didn't want to have too much influence on what it looks like. He didn't want to fence me in too much. He said, "Yeah, he's happy for me just to do my thing." So really cool brief today. That's the plan. Go find somewhere that overlooks the water and just enjoy the views and get to work. Okay, so I arrive at Karma. Wi-Fi password 12345678. Simple, love life. There's the message with the initial text on it to go onto this flyer. Like I said, for a friend's couple of dudes I've done a t-shirt design for. My good old mate Robin, his friend Nick. They run a Japanese street food pop-up, so nice to design the artwork for that. They've got a really cool art direction, and they kind of just Robin's super nice to work with. He just trusted in me and said, yeah, crack on, do your thing. So I just wanted to have some fun with it, make it a bit illustrative and eye-catching maybe. Not necessarily just a picture of, you know, whatever Japanese noodles, or they were actually, well, they were doing sandos this time, but normally it's like ramen bowls and stuff like that. So here I'm mapping out the characters, just thinking who's going to be doing what, a couple of hats. I'm kind of thinking the people that you might see at 9 Bar grabbing the food. I went down on the day. I should have definitely put a couple of pictures of the food, because it was immense. Yeah, I had this KFC sandwich, which was like a honey glazed breaded chicken breast with slaw and stuff like that. It was really good. I was out to eat later that night, but I was seriously thinking about getting the pork one. So I like it when those things happen. Sometimes I'll head home and I'm there for a couple of days, and it will time well. There'll be like something super cool that I want to do while I'm back, and this happened to be one of those things. So I was a very happy boy. Really grub. Back on the iPad today then. So this is a 5th generation 12.9 inch iPad Pro using a 2nd generation Apple Pencil, and the software is Procreate. I think there's a few other similar softwares to Procreate. Procreate's the one that I really love. It's industry standard. It's £8.99 or something on the App Store, and it's a great time. This was nice. I'm chilling, I'm drawing, I'm sat kind of keeping an eye on the water. People flirting with jumping off the bridge. I saw on some videos I was watching on TikTok and YouTube before I came out to Mostar that there's this big bridge and people jump off it, but apparently people go stand up there for a little while before jumping off, kind of collecting money and tips, and ultimately kind of trying to raise up some funds to get paid to jump off it. And there's a few guys who kept going up and standing on the other side of the edge, and they'll just be like smoking a cigarette or something, and they go stand there, look at the water, and then they'll bring themselves back. It's really funny. So I kept kind of sticking my head around the corner and seeing if one of them was going to jump and what the sketch was, but no one went for it, which was a bit annoying. So in which case I've just got to focus on the little Kimber party that's going on here.
be going again on this one. I need to, I think maybe at Christmas I'm going to treat myself to some new brushes, because I always use these same couple, and now I feel like I'm up to speed with Procreate. I'm not brand new to it. I wonder if I could have more fun with some different brushes. There's a couple of like tattoo artists and other people that I follow that put out brush packs, so, and they're cheap. I might have to invest. You're talking like a couple of pounds, you know, up to £10 or something like that. So here I wanted a rough kind of pencil outline just to like colour in from the layer behind it, and try and work on this style that I've been working on recently, where I'm not trying to outline stuff and it's just blocks of colour rather than, you know, line work. And it's a little bit laborious, like you can see here I'm having to draw everything rather than just drop it straight in, but at least you skip the stage where there's no line work, and I quite like the end effect. I wonder if there's a balance in between with a little bit of line work and detail over the top at the end. But so I've picked out a colour palette and I'm just kind of drawing in by hand the different sections. And what I like about this brush that I use, it's a Freycinet from the drawing set, just a stock Procreate brush. I like there's slight little imperfections with you know, some of the, like say when I've drew in the girl's hair there, it will just show as if it's like a pencil drawing kind of. It's got a little imperfection where maybe one section is just a tiny bit lighter than the rest, or it's not quite 100% opacity, and it's just gives it a little, like there in the eyes, they're not perfectly white, there's like a little bit of texture behind them. Quite like that. Filling in the dudes, just trying to work out who's going to be what colour. Or this kind of slug looking guy. I like in Studio Ghibli stuff, you know, you've got like a world of normal humans, and then you've just got like one huge massive creature that lives among them, and everyone's cool. It's like, oh yeah, it's that thing, it's just part of the town or whatever. I kind of want to do more stuff like that. I'm thinking I'm going to get out drawing this week, drawing some monsters in the street, and I think I'm going to try and make them grotesque and mad. All the horns. Eyebrows. And I'm thinking party hat, which colours did we go for? I've gone for this sort of coral red. The turquoise stripes, nice choice, very party-ish. So when I'm drawing these characters, each of them is on a separate layer, so I can kind of go back later and just add like shadows specifically to them. So for now it's a case of filling everything in. It's a long old drawing job. This is it's like video, this is like an ASMR or something like that. Just chill with me whilst I colour this in, yada yada yada, chat chat chat. This little ginger nut. And I like this rigidly sticking to a colour palette. I think I said before it's similar to like when I do graffiti and I've just got the colours I've got to work with. I don't mind it so much. As long as there's some contrast, we need like a pretty dark colour in there and a pretty light colour in there. Yeah, look, this is one of the guys who was just stood on the other side of the bridge. I'm like, jump, go on, jump, jump. Give me the clip. But he wouldn't go. Here's a little bit of line work and just adding some shadows, some more details, just close-ups on the faces. Little bits following some of the lines that were on the sketch. Still trying to use the purple from the composition. Building it up, making it a little bit more 3D. Bit of texture on the tongue. Some spots. Yeah, so I've got, you can see on the left-hand side, the two sliders that are on the very far side of the tablet. The bottom slider represents the opacity of the line. So I've got the line set to about, I don't know, 55% here. So it's a little bit lighter than the purple that's been used in the, and yeah, knocked it down to about 35 there. So I'm just moving that up and down and layering up some shadows kind of in the purple that's in the composition, but just keeping the opacity kind of low. Make the lips a little 3D, lines on the hat. There's a younger me. McDonald's eating, woolly hat wearing, needs a haircut having. Losing power, that was a 10% on the battery there, so let's see how we go. Spoiler alert, the iPad died and I had to finish this one at the crib, but it is what it is. A lot of little details on this one. Kind of when I got to the end of colouring the big blocks in, I thought, oh, it must be about there. But yeah, more than I thought, just little things, just touching up, adding these little like the shines on top of the glasses and stuff like that. Quite nice to see it time-lapsed. Little details like this, just adding the collar, a bit of shadow. 3D on the head, just make it a little bit more round and opaque, I guess. That's the basis of the illustration. So here I'm thinking about background color. Oh, this is another thing. So the Kimber guys, one of their notes in the initial brief was to add the word Malcolm somewhere, just an homage to a joke from The Office that they both enjoy. So yeah, Malcolm. Then I'm thinking about the colour of the background, adding a little 9-bar logo, and just a bit of shadow behind the dudes. And here I'm starting to think about the text. So Sando Shop 2 is the name of the event. And I was trying to figure out how I wanted the text to be. Couldn't quite crack it. There's the iPad die-in. There's the text that I came back with. And here's me just on the laptop figuring out the layout of the small print, the date and the time and stuff like that. Struggling to crack it at first. I remember when I was trying this layout, I couldn't figure out the hierarchy. I couldn't work out how to make it sit, but this is what I ended up with. Sando Shop 2, Kimber at 9-bar, 28th of September. So it's been and gone. Like I said, it was a good time. Food was, 10-10. There's our guys, the whole gang. There's another look at the poster. And here's some photos that I got from Robin just in the lead up. A couple of them in situ, out in the wild. Happy days.
All right, it's one of those days where the iPad died. I charged it last night, but then, well, I thought I did. I thought I put it on charge. And then when I got to it this morning, it was on like 30%. And then I charged it up, got to about 85. So I thought this moment might come. I always feel like Apple devices hold more charge in the top like 100. You know, that first couple percent seems to last forever. And then as soon as you say goodbye to that, check this, by the way, this little bridge here. This is, I mentioned in the last Mostar episode that they've got the big bridge, what the guys were like jumping off. And this was the Ottomans, they tried the architecture with that bridge. So that's the small bridge where they gave it a test run and seen if it'd hold steady. But yeah, like I say, battery died. So it's now about 6 p.m. and I'm thinking there's a cool viewpoint right up on the hill, some big cross that overlooks the whole city. And I'm thinking to head up there. It's a bit of a hike, but I'm thinking I can do it. It's cooled down a little bit. So my plan is to head up there and try and see the sunset views of the whole city. So right now I'm going to find one of those little scooters, jump back on it, and then try beat the sunset. Alright guys, it's turned into a real life nightmare. So I've jumped off that scooter, flicked on Google Maps, carried on heading uphill. Then it's telling me I'm going the wrong way. So I've gone back down the hill to the scooter, jumped on it, gone even further down the hill. Then Google Maps has turned itself back around. And so I'm like, right, back up the hill, park off the scooter. And then when I'm on the road, my Google Maps is on the fritz. Look at that, nice view though. It's on the fritz, guys. And it's telling me I'm down in the center of town and I'm on the other side of town and all this stuff. So trying to follow the map along. And then I've overshot where I'm supposed to get to. So now I'm like trying to follow this up. I have no idea where I'm going. Look at this. This is where I've ended up. Some crack house. Oh. I might go inside. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. So it looks like this is a dead end as well. I was pretty sure this was the right way. I'm just going to carry on along this path. Let's see what happens. So I think I'm gonna have to give up, guys. Looks like it's not happening. I'm pretty sure this is the through road that it told me to go down on Google Maps, because it's just straight off this hairpin that's right in front of me. And I thought when I got to it, I thought, should I be going up there? I overshot it initially and then headed back, went up it, got to that cracked out house. But I'm struggling. There's a bunch of cars going uphill, but I've seen there's a through road to the next town. So I don't know if they're just heading on or if people are going up to the sunset view. Annoying thing is I'm not even that far from the peak of the mountain, hill, rock, whatever you call it. But I'm not getting through, man. I headed about 10 minutes further up that road there, got nowhere, and I could see that I'd overshot the bit where I was supposed to come off. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's it. It matches exactly what's on Google Maps, but there's no way to get through, whether that's just old information and you could have got up there 5 years ago, now it's all overgrown and wild or whatever. I don't know. So I've kind of missed the sunset. The sun's setting as I speak. So frustrating. So now I'm just going to head back down the hill and go try find some food somewhere. I wonder how you get up. You must be able to get up. But I can't figure it. And I feel like on foot I'm fighting a losing battle. If I had a bike or a car or something, I might be able to whiz up there, but I can't even see the cross from where I am. But yeah, anyway, back down the hill.
Alright, Food House Mostar. I'd walked by this place a couple of times, but didn't have the chance to go. The menu looked really good. Found some authentic stuff, which was a good time. So I went for the falafel wrap and this aubergine with like tomatoes and vegetables. It's called imam bayildi, which means the imam fainted. It's an Ottoman dish. But yeah, with some little chips and veggies, that stuff was going down super good. I'd built up quite the appetite. Bottled water in a glass bottle, so you know it's authentic. We're talking about proper stuff with posh dining here. Building up some huge forkfuls. Shameful, look at that bit of DJ and bring the falafel wrap into play. The dog squad's out. Felt like I kept seeing these same dogs everywhere I went, having a little mooch around. So that got waxed. Yeah, the falafel wrap was good. One of my pet peeves when I'm eating a wrap is when say like in this instance, the falafel's all over to one side. And I think especially with a falafel wrap, it's easy to do because you can kind of break the falafel up, so there's not really any excuse. Or when you have a chicken side wrap and one side is like cold lettuce and one side's chicken, it's annoying. Yeah. £20.39, it's a good time.
Guys, it's a lovely, lovely munch in the Old Town in Mostar. Had a great time. Food came quick, which is always good. I was absolutely starving after my little failed excursion up to the big cross. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone who locked in, anyone who's still with us right now. Like I said, my people, if you've been locking, I appreciate it. Thank you. Some nice messages coming in from random people I didn't think were watching the episode. So every now and then someone will just send me a flick and say, oh, I'm catching up, or I'm watching a couple of the episodes or whatever, which is cool. And if you're not my people and you just found your way here through YouTube, thanks for tuning in as well. But yeah, Mostar. Time to sign off then. So if you want to keep up and you want to see more of what I'm doing, the best place to go follow is the Instagram. So go to at Sam Grubb Art on the Instagram. You can see all my project work, all the things I'm working on. It's really good because my main thing with this YouTube venture, or one of the things I was considering, was I'd rarely find time to post on my art account, and I'd stay as busy as I could, but I never really, I don't know, it's kind of a content grind. It's good just to like head out and draw something so often and have stuff to post so often, which is, you know, it's a big change. It's nice. I feel like the page isn't dormant anymore. So yeah, Sam Grubb Art for that. Also, the TikTok is Sam Grubb Art. So head over there. You're going to see some videos, some little TikToks. Give me a follow. You can go to my portfolio website, which is samgrubb.co.uk. I'm going to be updating it pretty soon. I've got a couple of projects that I thought, yeah, I want to put on there. So I need to update it. And I've been thinking I've probably not updated it since I launched it, which is bad. So I need to add an update. From there, you can also get to my shop, which is shop.samgrubb.co.uk. So if you want to buy art prints or stickers or posters, t-shirts, things of that nature, head to shop.samgrubb.co.uk. Then the last thing I want to shout out, as ever, is I want people to get in touch with me. I want this to be a thing where it's self-sustaining, and you know, people watch these episodes and there's enough people tuning in that people are reaching out and commissioning work, which is cool because the ball's already rolling. I've had a few projects that have come in directly from the YouTube, so that's nice. But if you do want to get in touch, if you want to commission an art piece, if you've got a Japanese food pop-up with your friend and you need a poster doing for it, get in touch with your boy. The email address is contactdrawingandexploring@gmail.com. So shoot me a line, we can talk about the project, we can get it done, and hopefully feature you in a future episode and talk about what you've got going on. And you can see the process and it's all just good fun. So yeah, like I said, contactdrawingandexploring@gmail.com if you want to commission something. But right now I'm stuffed to the gills. I've got to make my way back home. I've got to try find one of these scooters to jump on and get back. So yeah, that's the mission right now. But like I said, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for locking in. I've been Sam Grubb. This has been another episode of Drawing and Exploring. I'll see you next time.